Hello and welcome to Wingin It. And once again, we are back here with more World Cup action. We're still in the UK regional group stage, and we've got a few more games to go to try and secure our progression into the next round. So yeah, we've got a game here. We're going to jump into this one. Going first, so let's take a look. Let's see what the starting hand has got in store for us today. And okay, not too shabby. Also, Storm Petrel is a very nice opening wetland bird. One of the best, I would say, in the game. Get that done in your wetlands early on. You're drawing extra cards for each empty card slot. And what do you have at the start of the game? Lots of empty card slots. So, yeah, that is going to be very, very nice indeed. And yeah, it's all wetlands, which is kind of interesting. But we do at least have Morning Dove in the trace, so I think I'm going to be grabbing that. Use that as the forest bird. Maybe even keep the sparrowhawk just as something as the second one. It's kind of hard to say here. Definitely in this situation, I'm keeping fishworm and then seed, of course. Seed. That'll get the dove down. And I think I saw another fish. Okay, I did. 2 fish. Okay, that's really good news. So we can pretty plainly think here, pick up the dove, play it in the forest, and then grab a fish. Then we can get this storm petrel down, and that's going to be really good. But yeah, I'm sort of toying with the idea of keeping the sparrowhawk just as a second forest bird, in case I can't find anything else to go with the dove. And yeah, worst case scenario, I throw it for extra food. Because at the moment, I'd only be keeping an extra berry or rodent. I don't know if those are going to be useful. Maybe I get something I need 2 seeds, and I can throw the extra card and get 2 seeds. So I think I'm going to do that. And yeah, like I said, pick up the dove. And go from there. Now, the bonus cards are a little bit more tricky. These are both terrible bonus cards, in my view. I don't really like either of them. Bird feeder, we are at least going to have 1 with the dove. And when you think about that, we need another 4 for this one. And we need another 4 for this one. The upper bound is probably beyond reach. So I think I'm going to go bird feeder here. I think I do prefer this in this position than large bird specialist. So the sparrowhawk annoyingly has to be over 65, and it's exactly 65, so doesn't even hit that. And yeah, I'm not too sure these other potentially large birds are going to get played in this game. So I think we're going to lock that in. Like I said, should be straightforward. Pick up the dove, go from there. And this storm petrel, man, we can just dig, I think. Spend a few turns, see what we find. Usually you can find pretty good stuff, I find, with this bird. Alright, it is background to us here for our first turn. Let's take a look. Opponent, 3 birds, worm and rodent. Never like to see the rodent kept early. But as I say, I think we're just going to go ahead and grab the dove. So, yeah, we can easily get that down, like I said. And, yeah, take the fish. Take the second fish we need. And Storm Petrel's going to be so good here. These first 2 in the rounds as well, the Star Nest, definitely going to come in handy. Just getting qualification for that first one, you guarantee yourself a point here in a 2-player game, so that's going to be good. But yeah, just the volume of cards you see, and this is one of those birds where the starting bird feeder has such an impact on how good this is, because if you can get that second fish, like I'm hopefully going to be able to do here, this makes a world of difference compared to having to force it down. Maybe you don't get all the food you need for it, and you end up spending a bit too much on it. That can sometimes slow you down. But here it's going to be so smooth, and like I say, with this dove, sort us out for eggs. Hopefully start the forest pretty nicely as well, and we should be in a good spot. So they've gone for food. A second rodent. Okay, don't often see the double rodent early in the game like this. So will be interesting. Is it a peregrine falcon or a bird like that that they might be relying on to get a bit of card draw going? We are going to find out. It's not. It's an Eleanorus falcon. Okay, I think this smells raveny. This smells raveny. There is no way you rush to grab a rodent like that if you're not nervous about not being able to have a rodent for your raven. So that's going to be interesting. I wonder if they might pick up the vulture or something, just to get a bit more extra food. for that in round 2, but we're not going to worry about it. Not going to worry about it. Just going to do our own thing. It might make me think about picking up that Avocet if there is a realistic chance of Raven here. But I'm not going to go so much out of my way expecting Raven, because I could be wrong. I've been wrong on this many times. You expect OP birds, and you sort of change your plan almost. You do weird things just because you think one of the OP birds is incoming in round 2. Of course, I'll repeat myself here. We have got house rules in effect for this tournament, so you can't play them until round 2. But maybe just go straight for the cards, not even laying eggs. So that's kind of interesting. We're going to play our Storm Petrel now, and like I said, this is where the fun begins, because we've got 4 empty card slots, and so we're going to be seeing 4 cards with the Petrel, picking the best one. So early game, you can just dig, see what you find, and yeah, it's so easy to find good stuff quickly with this kind of bird. I mean, if I could find like a house finch or something, some kind of tucking bird to go in the forest, I think we could get the start of a really good forest engine going on here. That's going to be the goal. But we shall see. So still, they're just top decking. So they kept, what was it? They kept falcon and 2 more birds. I really do wonder what those 2 birds are. But we are going to draw, and I think we'll leave it, because this is the other thing you get with the Petrel, is you can selectively pick up a tray bird if the first 3 that you pick up with it are not very good. So we'll start off the top. White throat maybe not going to come into play, but we're just going to go and draw Nightingale. Sort of interesting. But Mississippi Kite is also something to think about. I think we're going to go Nightingale on this occasion, because, like I say, if Raven isn't coming, we're just gonna do everything I said you shouldn't do. We're gonna assume that Raven's incoming. Maybe throw the food a little bit, but yeah, I think that Avocet, maybe I should have picked it up there. Maybe we'll go and pick it up on this next turn. They are, of course, going to win this in a round, but the Falcon, 2 egg spaces, a little bit annoying. Only got 1 on the Petrel, but we do at least qualify. I think it will be worth laying eggs on that to make sure we do qualify. There we go. Look, Elorus Falcon gets a hit somehow off 2 dice. So very nice there for my opponent. But yeah, I think we just go pick up this Avocet, see what we find. And okay, Cowbird as well. We'll just go all in on these pink powers. That might be the way to play this. Yeah, get a bit more food in this forest. I might still just play this now, and then I can lay eggs next turn, and then start taking food. We look to get this down. We might have to play this Nightingale just for the cup nest space, because at the moment we're in a bit of a pickle there. Certainly that turkey that we got there with the Petrel would have been nice with all the ground nest space for this Avocet, but you only get to keep 1, so that is the downside. Sometimes you get too many good options, but I'd rather get too many good options than not enough good options. So yeah, it could always be worse. So we'll see what they do now. They still just got to draw. I think the real telltale sign is if they spend the last 2 turns of the round taking 1 food per turn. That is gonna give the game away a little bit. So we'll see. We'll see what the plan is there. Condor is going down. Okay, so that would be just now 1 turn taking food. I think that makes complete sense to be doing that. But okay, I think we do want to be trying to get these down as quickly as possible. So I think we play Sparrowhawk here, feed it the white throat. Then we can next round look at taking food. We hopefully get food for the Cowbird, Nightingale, Avocet. That'll be the plan. And then maybe just go back to digging. Maybe that's how we play this. So we'll get this down. And sorry, Whitethroat, you can work in some situations, but this is not the situation for you, I'm afraid. So we'll get it in there. And then we'll lay eggs. It is worth laying eggs, I think, because it's 2 points plus a third on the inner round. My opponent, I'm assuming, they are going to want to lay eggs. And I suppose me laying eggs does force them to lay eggs as well. If they didn't, they'd only be tying. Yeah, if I don't lay eggs, they can win anyway, and they can spend that extra turn drawing cards, which maybe I'd rather they don't have. So I think it's okay. And then yeah, it's just going to be about getting the food to get these lovely pink powers down, and it might be our eggs that are gonna sort us out here for some points. Obviously the dove is getting 1 here in the forest whenever we're taking food, but hopefully we can get some nice big nest-based birds. Certainly ground nests, I think, could be an issue here with this arrow set, but we will see what we can do. We will see what we can do in that regard. But yeah, it's going to be a race to get these down as quickly as possible before they set up the engine too much. Because I'm definitely concerned what they've been picking up. I'm also concerned what else they kept, because it wasn't just 1 extra card. It was 2, and they've not played either of them, unless one of them was the Condor, which I kind of hope it was. But yeah, this is if you've played any Wingspan tournaments, I'm sure your Raven senses are tingling right now as well. But yeah, I mean, if that seed's still there, we're going to be happy. I think we just take food twice. We try and get these 2 down. Even, I mean, Forest Nightingale does sort of tempt me here. It would be super weird, but we're not going to really need to lay eggs too much, I don't think. And here we go, it's round 2. And yeah, if you've got Raven, that is an excellent tray. That's what you want to be looking at there. Big point birds for the wetlands with bonus cards, and an engine bird in the Falcon. Can only pick 2 of them though, so we'll see. We'll see what they go for, but yeah, I think if either of those big point bonus card birds are there, I might have to draw cards first and go and pick those up. But otherwise, our plan is straightforward. Get as much of this down as quickly as possible, so we can start benefiting from these pink powers. Because pink powers, say it again, you got to get them down as soon as possible. Change of plans. Change of plans. We got a white stalk. White stalk alert, everyone. Let's pick these 2 up. And see what else we can get. Eastern Phoebe, okay. This game has changed a lot in 1 turn. And now Tauhi comes up. But okay, so now I'm definitely glad I've got this Nightingale. I think we're good. I think we're good. So we take food, we get these 2 down. And then we just get the rest of this stuff down. I mean, all of these birds in my hand I want to be playing. So that's nice. And then obviously just the white stalk, see what else that can get me. But man, what a lucky pickup that is. I've got to say. I am still assuming Raven. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'm still worried that there is a Raven somewhere about. But yeah, it's definitely a good position for us. So that's a very interesting reroll of the feed, but we'll take a berry here, I think, in this position, and then see what else we can get down. We can, with this Phoebe, We can get 2 for this end of round, so that should be enough. For the end of rounds, that's going to help. But yeah, it's all going to be about getting this down, and there we go. My Raven senses, my Ravenometer is not broken. It's still alive and well, so that's good to know. But yeah, do we just play these both now? Just chuck food. Would be quite funny. Because let's think about this. Once these 2 are down, I can lay eggs and get 3 eggs and 2 food. Or in the forest, I can get 1 egg and 2 food. One of those is 2 eggs better than the other. So let's do it. I can't believe I was thinking about Forest Nightingale earlier. That's quite funny. But yeah, let's go ahead and just get these down. And chuck the food around. And man, that Phoebe with the star nest as well. Not even mentioned that yet, how useful that's going to be with these pink powers. So yeah, I think Phoebe, Nightingale, Cowbird and Stork in the grasslands. Avocet in the wetlands, Spoonbill in the wetlands, and then just see what else the Stork gives us, because could be anything. Could be good stuff, could be bad stuff. But we do at least already have some good stuff in the hand, so that's always important to be able to get your hands on the good stuff when you can. So laying eggs, fish, and seed. Okay, so I'm trying to remember what else I've seen that he picked up. He definitely picked up something else on the tray that I wasn't looking at. I am a bit surprised that he's not getting down his Peregrine Falcon, but this kind of smells Franklin's Gully, so that might be the second bird that he kept at the start. In which case, fun for us. But yeah, let's get the Nightingale down at the very least. And I think we get Cowbird down first. In all honesty, I think we get Cowbird down first. Because we can do that. We can lay eggs and get the exact food we need. Because for sure, this grass is going to get hit a lot. It's going to be their main resource generator. They're going to want to lay eggs for this end around. But no, it is Belted Kingfisher, so definitely breathing a sigh of relief there. And yeah, we're not going to have to play too many more wetland birds. Obviously, the Spoonbill is going to go down, but yeah, with White Stork, we're not really going to have to go too heavy on the card access. So, okay, that's interesting. So they're definitely lay eggs now, and I think it would be lay eggs and then get the Peregrine Falcon down. That's what I'd be doing in their position. But let's get our eggs down on the star nest because we need that. And yeah, seed and worm are on the menu here for us. And maybe we don't, because if they do, think about this. If they laid eggs and played Falcon, they're not going to lay eggs on the last turn of this round. It would only be the first turn of next round. So I think I'd only be missing out 1 egg by delaying Cowbird and getting the Stork down sooner. And I think it is important to get the Stork down because that's going to help with the seeing of cards. So yeah, we would have been looking great for large birds, got to be said. Spoonbill, Stork, and Avocet. But Bird Feeder, also looking good because we've got Avocet, Cowbird, Spoonbill. So we'll get 5 birds there, 3 points. Not too shabby. And then we still got, yeah, still got a lot of this game left. And a lot of Stork activations, hopefully, to be finding the sorts of things that we desire. So, yeah, we can maybe think about 8 points here, but not often you say that. It's got to be said, not often you say that when you're running Bird Feed. I think this is one of those bonus cards where if you can take 3 points, I think you're pretty satisfied with that. All right, back around to us. My opponent with the Tauhi. Okay, so that's what they picked up. That's very interesting. Going Tauhi here when I'm going to be spamming food and you've already got a Raven. I hope it's not a crane goose situation. But okay, actually, that means now they are going to lay eggs this next turn for sure, because they haven't got anything on the kingfisher. So maybe we do cowbird now. I think that's okay, because we are definitely getting that extra egg now. And yeah, think about white stock next. I mean, there's a very real chance. Obviously, we're going first in round 3. There's a very real chance that the tray is looking good, and something we might want to go in there and pick up. So we've got to remember that. Got to bear that in mind as well. You can't pick up tray birds with the stalk. But yeah, otherwise it is just going to be stalk and dig. See what we find. Get the food for this, and it's kind of good that we found that feed because we need 2 worms here. We need a worm here. We can feed 2 worms to this as well. So sometimes you get in that position where you've got Phoebe and you're kind of stuck with worms. You're trying to force stuff down. But yeah, we're in a position here where it's actually food that we want. So that is always nice. And what else is always nice is a free egg. So thank you very much for that. And yeah, we can just lay eggs ourselves. Going to win this end around. Now we can start taking the fish that we want, as well as these worms from the Phoebe. So there we go. It's an end of round win. Very nice. And we go here into round 3. And do we have a nice tray? No. But do I care? No. We can just lay our eggs and yeah, start getting the extra food we need for more lovely, lovely birds. And that is going to be the goal of this round as well. Food of play birds. We want to get as many of these down as possible. So that was always in our plan. But it's nice to be able to hit an end of round goal as well while you're doing that. All right, back to us again, and there goes the falcons. So my opponent for sure. I'm going to go heavy on this grasslands. I'm sort of toying with the idea of just playing this now before we get the stalk down. Would be quite the entertaining move. And then we can still lay eggs and then get the stalk down after that. Egg space is going to be a problem here, so I will need to prioritize. Hopefully, the stalk can find me some nice big egg capacity birds. But yeah, I think we just play this now. That will definitely give the spooks to my opponent. So let's do it. Avocet down. Double pinks. Lots of big point birds. Lots of big food cost birds. So we're definitely going to get to 18, I think, here. Or are we going to fall short? Can we not get the spook build down? We can definitely lay eggs and play the stalk. We can lay eggs once more. We can find something that's 2 food cost. The advantage here is that the stalk's going to be to the right of the food gaining bird. So we can reset the tray, pick up something, and then hopefully gain the food for it. That is going to be a nice sequence to be doing things in. But yeah, I think maybe we're probably going to lose this one because my opponent is going to have loads of food. I know they picked up that wood-stalk earlier, and I do worry that maybe they've got some kind of goose or crane or something like that that they're going to be able to put in there. Grasses here, but the card access for them might be their undoing. If we're going to have a shot here, it is going to be down to their card access because they've only got 3 in hand, and they only get 2 whenever they do draw cards. So they're kind of very much relying on me revealing good stuff for them with the stalk. But if there's good stuff that comes up, I'm going to be the one picking it up, and they're just kind of to sort of feed off whatever scraps I leave. So yeah, that is something to bear in mind. But yeah, hopefully, like I said, hopefully some nice big egg capacity birds. I mean, some nice double birds. Wouldn't say no to a nice forest double play. Some of those birds have quite big egg capacity, so that would definitely make my life a little bit easier. And there goes the woodstock. So that might be the signal here that they're going to start drawing cards, or maybe just that they don't want to be laying eggs too much, given the pink situation. But yeah, we're going to lay eggs, and let's just give them loads of worms because it doesn't matter here. We're going to force this stalk down, or not force it down. We're gonna get it down. We need any random food for that wild food cost, so may as well give them something they've already got loads of, rather than give them something they might need. Seeds is probably the other thing I'd look at giving them because they get those anyway. If I can avoid giving them stuff like fish, I'll try, but yeah, spoonbill. We're going to need a fish at some point, so do definitely have to bear that in mind. But yeah, hopefully the stork can get us some good things before the egg space becomes a problem. So there we go. The card drawing is on for my opponent, and the white stork is down for me. So that's super nice. 52 points, but yeah, they pretty sure they'll be able to get something down to beat me here. But who knows? If we can find a 2 food cost bird and we can play that, we'll get to 17. So that makes it a little bit more challenging because they'd have to play 2 birds then, or do some kind of double play or something. And that's not always possible, depending on what you find. So we will see. But yeah, please stork, give me something that costs 2 food, where one of those 2 food is a worm. I'm not asking for much. I promise I'm not asking for much, but just give me that, and I'll probably play it, as long as it's not absolutely terrible. Something egg spacey in the wetlands would potentially be nice. They have got 8 there. We're only going to get to 5, so yeah, we're potentially going to look at something there to try and get something going for that last end of round goal, because it does feel like my opponent's going to have the upper hand in that one, as they do here in this one in round 3. Back onto us now and let the eggs come raining down here. A couple of freebies there, very lovely stuff. So yeah, they are indeed laying some eggs, getting some fish and rodents, so we'll see what that's going to turn into. We're also going to lay eggs here. And come on, stork, give me something good. Okay. I mean, it's given me what I asked for, so fair enough. We do have stuff that can be played with seeds, or worms, I should say, and other things. And these do all go in the wetlands. Rough would be nice if I had more cards, which I don't. So I think Grackle, and to be honest, Grackle would be quite good for my opponent. So yeah, I think we just go and pick that up. Rough would also be nice, because they could just pick that up and play it. And get the 3 tucks this round, and then maybe the 3 tucks next round as well. But I think we go Grackle here. It has got a little bit more egg space, which, again, for that last end round might come into play. So, yeah, I think, as strange as it is, I think we play Grackle here. I'll wait and see what my opponent does here, depending on what sort of bird they play, how much food cost. Because I'm going to be annoyed if I invest in this Grackle and I still lose the end of round. It's not great. It's not great, so I'd rather only play it if it means winning. Because if you win instead of lose, the big swing. So Sprague's Pipit is the one. I feel like they must have Bold Eagle or something. Some big point wetland bird, because they just picked up some fish and rodents. That was not me giving those to them. So I do feel like they're going to play that anyway, but there's no guarantee. And my only alternative would be to lay eggs, and then I fill up on egg space, which is a problem. So do we just play this? This is difficult. I feel like they've definitely got something that they could play that would win the end of round. I'm really trying to rack my brains as to what else they could have picked up earlier on in the game. But it does mean it's difficult here to know what to do. I think egg space is going to be a problem one way or another in this game. I'm going to lay eggs. This might be a mistake, but we're going to lay eggs. Downy Woodpecker is very nice. So I think I will take that. for some kind of double play. And yeah, we'll take a fish now. And okay. Maybe now we can play Spoonbill next round. Lay eggs, try and do a forest double play. And see where that takes us. I do feel like these end of rounds are not the ones to be going and chasing, so yeah, we've got to be careful there. Don't want to get sidetracked. If they can't win this end of round, I might be a little bit annoyed because that grackle could potentially be another 3 points. And especially here when you're thinking, okay, Spoonbill, that gives us a 5. This is another 2. If I only find one more bird feeder bird, we could do the unthinkable and get the 7 points. So we will see. But yeah, they have got a lot of food. I've not really been seeing how much they've been using this raven. I think they did use it this round when they laid eggs, because I am pretty sure they picked up the fish and the rat. But yeah, I feel like here, with the Tauhi and with me throwing 2 food each turn, I feel like they're probably not going to be too short of food. So probably doing some forcing is going to be the way. But man, this board isn't scary, but these bonus cards are. I never like seeing 4 bonus cards because the chance of them having something like Rodentologist in this position or Omnivore is very high, and those are both great bonus cards. So that could be the difference maker, because we got some big point birds down. We've got a lot of eggs. Obviously, these pink powers are going to be nice. They don't have a lot down, but it's the bonus cards really that could be the way here. But they're having a long think here, so it's not obvious what they should be doing. They've not got some super duper amazing bird here that obviously goes down, which makes me think maybe they can't necessarily win. But surely you got something. You just play anything here, gets you 3 extra points for winning instead of tying. But no, it seems they are laying eggs. So interesting stuff. Maybe they're timing it now because I've not got the egg space, which I think does make sense. But like I say, I'm pretty sure one way or another, egg space was going to be a problem here with the other set as well as the cowbird. So yeah, that maybe is going to be my undoing here. So we've got to skip a couple of pink powers. If the game is going to let me skip them, it's just going to keep offering. Are you sure? You sure you want to skip? Yes, game, I am sure. And there we go. We do get this tie. So, I should have played the grackle. But shoulda, woulda, coulda. Wingspan in a nutshell. But just look at that food. This is a bit mad. How much food they've got here. But surely, I think in this round, it's got to be play some of these birds and just lay eggs. I'm not sure you really want to go digging again, especially with a tray like this. I think if there was a great bird, if you see Puffin, if you see Baltimore Oriole, I think you go and grab that. But here, with nothing like that, and especially when you know this stalk is going to reset the tray at least a few times this round, then I don't think really you want to go digging here. But it is hard to say because it depends. It depends entirely on what they've got in their hand. What they consider to be playable. So they're laying eggs again. The smart thing, still not getting the free ones from our pink powers. But okay, do we do this double play in the forest? Is what I'm trying to work out. Because I can play Spoonbill, but then I'm still missing out on eggs. If I double play, I'm going to play this later. I legs twice. I then basically just need one more bird feeder bird, and we can get 4 extra points off that. So I think we do this double play. As odd as it looks, but it does give a bit more egg space to work with. So yeah, what's that going to put us on? 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so basically that gives us our 2 turns laying eggs, which is nice. Spoonbill will give us a bit more And yeah, basically we have 2 shots with the Stork. 2 shots to find that last bird feeder bird. Not really sure what this spoonbill can find us, but we are going to have a lot of birds down, and that can be important. A lot of birds down, 2-star nests. Yeah, the more birds you play, the more chance there is of one of those bonus cards being a good point-scoring one. So I think if all goes to plan, we'll end with 12 birds down, which is definitely nice. But yeah, is my opponent just doing the egg laying, or are they doing the digging? They are doing the digging. Okay, that's good. That is good because it means the birds in their hand are not good. So we like that for sure. Okay, White Stork, what are you going to give us? I think that works. I think that works. So we'll take that, and we'll take the seed and the worm that we need anyway. It's got to be said. We need that anyway for the spoonbill. So yes, we want to play this first, and then if we need to play the blackbird last turn, as weird as it'll be 4 minus 2 eggs plus 4, so it's still 6 points, which I think is not too shabby for a final turn. So I definitely don't mind that. And yeah, we might actually be okay on egg space here. Depends how many times they do lay eggs. Like I say, I think they're just digging, and you know, they got all the food in the world, so they were really hoping there probably to find 3 big point birds that they could just go and play here. But this end of round might have to be a consideration for them, because if they play too many birds, they're gonna have to start clearing off those wetland egg spaces. We can definitely get to 5, and they're only on 7, so might be a factor here. And of course, if they do have to lay eggs, that's going to give us some free eggs, and that's going to get us some points. So definitely what we're wanting here. But yeah, spoonbill. I mean, what are we looking for here? Probably we're looking for omnivore. Wetland scientist as well would get a few points. I think just oologist, ecologist, ethologist, all the ologists is what we're after here, because they'd all score lots of points for us. I mean, even behaviourist, we'd get some points off. So yeah, stranger things have happened, but it might be a possibility. Almost toying with the idea of playing this blackbird first, just to make sure of that. I mean, I might actually play this blackbird first, because that does give us extra egg spaces to work with in the wetlands where we do lay eggs, so we can get to 6. And I think that might put even more pressure on my opponent to have to lay eggs that one extra time. And yeah, playing this, that gets me 8 spaces in total. I then lay eggs once, I then have 4 spaces. So even if they lay eggs twice, those 4 spaces are available to me. So yeah, lots of variables at play here. Maybe why my opponent's having a bit of a think. Again, I'll say it. If your opponent's having a think like this in round 4, I think it's normally a good sign, because I think if you're in a good position, like I am, it's normally pretty obvious what you should be doing. If you're having to calculate, if you're having to think a lot, it normally means you've not got good stuff. So they're drawing again. I think they have got Omni, because they did go and pick up that Carrion Crow, so that's going to be a couple for them on the Hunters. And I think, yeah, we've only got 1, so not loads, but okay, I think probably then they might just play Carrion Crow in the grasslands, or even in the wetlands, and then lay eggs. That might be their play. But if they want to play Carrion Crow and something else, Carrion Crow will already get them down to 6 in the wetlands, and then that something else will take them down to 5. So I think that's why we play this blackbird first, because then we can get to 6 and just yeah, block them a little bit. So we'll play this first. I'll be annoyed if I find something better than the blackbird, but I think this is a bit of a safer hedge for me. So we will get that down. And yeah, who'd have thought it at the start of this game, bird feeder looking like it's going to get maxed out. So this spoonbill now That'll take us up to 87. We'll get another 4 eggs when we lay eggs. That's 91. Some number of end of round goal points and another bonus card. So I think triple digits could be on the cards here in this one. Like I say, a lot can change. Whether these pink powers get hit or not, that's a couple of points a time. Maybe we draw a blank on this, or maybe we draw an 8-point ecologist. Lots of different possibilities, but there goes the Great Horned Owl. So I think they're going to play Carrion Crow here, and Carrion Crow is definitely going to take them down to only 5 eggs. So that's going to cost them on the end of round if they do want to be playing that Carrion Crow. So that's good. I'm glad I played the Blackbird. White Stork, what are you going to give me? Okay, a slightly better bird feeder bird, but not to worry. We'll just pick that up anyway. And yeah, get our seed and get our worm. And there's the Great Egret. That's what they were looking for, I think. That would have been very nice. Use up all this extra food for a nice little double play, but yeah, you don't always get the birds that you want. Don't always get those big point birds that you're hoping for when you're running Raven. And yeah, I'm not sure. Just looking at this program Falcon, I've not been tracking it. I don't know if it's been missing loads or if they've just not been laying eggs. Obviously, my pink powers, I think, spook them a little bit. But yeah, normally you'd hope for a little bit better there. Something like this Falcon. So this might be the point where the penny drops for them, and they realise that Carrion Crow is not going to be as good as a play as it seems, because not only is it taking your eggs, it is taking your end of round points. So they could win this, and they should win this because they've got more egg space. But yeah, playing the Crow. Has to go wetlands or grasslands. It costs you 2 eggs. Takes you down to 5. So that's 6 points. And at that point, I'm not really sure it's worth it, because even if you have got Omni, I think that basically nets out to nothing. If it's losing you 6 points, even with a few caches, thanks to these predators. But yeah, I'm definitely thinking rodentologist and Omni here, just looking at all these rodent birds. So we're gonna score strong, but if they're getting like 30 points off bonus cards, I'm not sure there's too much we can do to compete with that. So Prairie Manager might be another one. I'm just trying to work out with the Sprig's Pipit, a little bit of a low point bird to be playing when it did go down. So Prairie Manager would make sense of that one. And yeah, maybe Wetland Scientist, something like that, for the 4th one. So they could definitely be on a lot of bonus points here. But you can never tell. But there we go. Carrion Crow goes down. Oh, maybe Ethologist. Maybe Ethologist as well. But yeah, I think that's not a lot of points costing the end of round, which is a bit of a shame. But we're going to get our spoon built down. So that's very nice for us. And we're just going to think that maybe there's an off chance that we end up drawing Breeding Manager. So let's not completely ruin our chances for that. But let's see, what's it going to be? 2 4-point bonus cards, 1 shy on the upper bound on both, but I will take 4 points there. Not too shabby. So there we go. It is going to get us over 100. 102 looks like the score's going to be, with the end of round goal coming into play. And yeah, just need not loads of amazing bonuses from my opponent. That's all we're hoping for. Don't get 30 points, and I think we'll be okay. But let's take a look in these scores. So I think we should have the lead on bird points. And we do have quite a lot down. Yeah, 11-point lead there. Bonus cards. What is it going to be? 25. Okay. That's pushing it mighty close, I think. But we are neck and neck here. I know we have got lots of eggs. That is definitely going to give us a bit of a healthy lead. Do they have many cards? No, they do not. I had much less to worry about than I thought is a comfortable win there. 102 to 89. So let's take a look at these bonuses. It was Omnivore. Viticulturist was a blank. Then Platform Builder and Rodentologist. So yeah, look at that. I mean, 8, 7, and 10. 25 from 3. Very, very nice. Maybe just missing missing the final one there on viticulturalist, but yeah, not too shabby from us. Bird feeder does its job. I think that did get us more points in the end than what large bird specialist would have done, so I will take that very much, and I will also take getting a win in this game here. Puts us in a strong position for qualifying for the next round. So there we have it. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed that game, and if you want to see more games from this World Cup, you can check out the playlist, and there'll be more videos coming your way in the future very, very soon.